everybody. Welcome back to Kruse Control. It is Friday, December 8th, 2023. Welcome to Kruse Control, the home of entertainment news. I am your host, as always, Brian Kruse. Apologies for the little delays. We just had something just blow a second ago again. We're about to go live. That's how it goes. Things just fucking blow up and explode. And happy Friday, right? I'm having a hard drink right now, a pretty big drink. So, joining me back, as always, is my lovely co-host.
We lost her
day in the life of us, so.
You can't hear me?
Now
You hear Sabrina?
Okay, good. Sorry. Hi, Queen. Hi, Race Rex. Hi, Chris. Hi, Ryan. Hi, Zach. Zach made a very funny joke. He said he thinks the Queen of Inebriated Fridays his ability to watch the show. Very funny. Love it. Did I miss anybody? Ryan. That's Ty. What up, Ty Boogie?
What up, everybody? Hey, how's it going?
Ty Boogie. I like your comments. I think we should hang out sometime. I like your style.
Everybody, welcome back. Thank you for hanging in there with us and holding in. We're here. We're hanging out. It's going to be a great Friday. Because also joining us back on Kruse Control is my friend and yours, Mr. Ronald, Todd, Woodward. Ron, welcome back to Kruse Control. How you doing, Ron? Happy Friday.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Sabrina. I always love being here. And thank you. I love seeing all the same people signing in. I love that.
Isn't it awesome, Ron? It's a great crowd here. Great crowd. So happy to see everybody. It's nice. They keep tuning in to hang out with us on our Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. And it's Friday night. We're having a good time, Ron, tonight. What do you got there? What are you drinking?
That would be a rum and Coke.
It's great. It's great. Appreciate you being here, Ron. But we're also joined by a fellow co-star of ours. Now, we did this little short call, Harrison, a long time ago, but you also know him from the chat, everybody. Everybody, welcome back, Mr. GR Waters. GR, welcome back to Kruse Control. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Brian. My first drinking Friday with us.
Yeah, what are you drinking, GR?
Screwdrivers.
Screwdrivers and and they're strong, he says. Well, I appreciate you being here.
Hey, Queen says, I got to join you. You're the only one that usually gets fucked up on Friday, but it'll be my turn to join you.
I know.
We have a request already in the chat, everybody.
Hey,
it's time to take a drink
you
for
might
Ty.
be the smartest one in the room.
Here we go. I don't know, Peppy is talking to Queen. But yeah, thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. I was saying we did a short a long time ago called Harrison, and it was a spinoff of Dexter. And the two people to my left and my right here were playing serial killers, and I was playing Harrison, and then Sabrina was one of my victims as well. So it was fun. It was fun. So this is kind of a reunion. We haven't been on together, even virtually or anything, I think, since then. Maybe the premiere. Premiere, maybe?
Yeah, premiere.
Yeah, it's been a while. I'm Kat today, the Gun Project 5. Hey, welcome to Kruse Control. Appreciate you being here. And GR is, he's a little humbuggy, but we got some festiveness happening here. But I'm happy to have you all here. There's some crazy topics tonight. A lot of court cases happening. Some damning evidence, I think, for Jonathan Majors. A lot of P. Diddy information's come forward with Sean Combs, and I'm kind of ready to talk about that too. And of course, some about Jay and Silent Bob. But there's a lot of information coming out, a lot of news. We'll get to that eventually, because right now it's time for some breaking news. All right, the very first thing that I want to dive right into is I want to talk about SAG-AFTRA for 1 second, because of course we know the strike is done. We said we celebrate the strike is done, but COVID's done, right, everybody? Well, ask SAG, they might tell you differently, because they're being sued by over 100 people right now. Membership is coming forward and suing SAG-AFTRA for what? The COVID protocols. Now, what they're saying is that these individuals went to LA Superior Court recently on Thursday, and they put this claim forward saying that the guild threw them under the bus, under corporate buses, exactly what they're saying, during the pandemic, and that they should have had a choice to work even if they didn't want to get vaccinated. And so SAG says these details are going to go away fine. It's going to be okay. We're going to be all right. But it's building. More than 100 people right now have come forward to be like, hey, you forcibly impose the vaccination requirements and mandates in exchange for the union members' ability to work, receiving an audition, maintaining management, maintaining an agent, or working with talent agencies. So they're trying to say that SAG stopped their ability to work during, when they came back from COVID, and we'll see how it develops, because I know people are freaking out about that, and a lot of people couldn't work because they didn't get vaccinated. So that was a whole thing that happened. The mandates are gone now. We're back to work, though, and Deadpool rumors keep leaking. Well, Ryan Reynolds is leaking these Deadpool rumors. So is it actually real? But Ryan Reynolds is actually making fun of all the Deadpool leaks recently. And he has Mickey Mouse here now with Deadpool, the bag of money, be like, leaks, big leaks. He also put a picture out there of them just holding cue cards, a picture of Urkel on set, and also a picture of the Predator talking to Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool. So this is a class action lawsuit. It just came out, so I'm guessing it's going to become that, Queen. It has not been said 100% yet, but just today, this news broke that yesterday this happened. And Ryan Reynolds right now is just joking about Deadpool because people are, putting rumors out there, putting leaks out there, showing him on set. So he's having fun with it. Of course, talked about that on Wednesday. And good for him. Somebody's got to have fun because people love to know about Deadpool, but people also love to know about Taylor Swift, who is now Time's Person of the Year. So she's 33 years old, and she's been recognized this time as the Person of the Year for 2003. And it's no surprise. Again, she's been in the news so much. Thinking about her Eras tour blowing up the box office. Everyone loves him some Tay-Tay, it feels like, she's out there everywhere. But yeah, blow up the box office, Time's Person of the Year, and Elon Musk came forward and said, hey, just to let you know, some risk of popularity decline could come after this. I speak from experience, LOL. He just kind of tweeted to her. So I don't know what's going to happen to Taylor Swift because I think she's pretty much on that gravy train to become big, like Madonna level, if not even passing that already, because she's very popular. Someone that's not so popular, though, these days is Kevin Costner. But you know what? He's dating Jewel, so let him have a good time. Kevin Costner at 68 is dating Jewel, who's 49 years old. They were spotted looking very close. That's what TMZ said. But it's also came out in more places. Over at Richard Branson's Necker Island. So he split from his wife of like 19 years, and he went here. It's a tennis fundraiser for Jewel's Inspiring Children Foundation, and they were found partying around the whole island with a lot of people from Emma Watson to Michael Bolton hanging out on an island having a good time.
That's a range.
So yeah, good for Emma. Yeah, it's a big range.
Random.
They're having fun though. They're having fun. You know what? Let him do his thing. He might not come back to Yellowstone, but regardless. He's having fun, and I don't know, that show would not be the same without him, but you know what? These things, maybe they're in love, Sabrina. Maybe they're in love. Maybe they're in love. They're in love. They're going to shout to the heavens. They're in love. Just like this actor, Casey Wilson, came forward, shouting to the heavens that, no, Tim Allen's not that good of a person because she was on set of the Santa Clauses and she was playing, a grown-up version of the character from the very first movie. So she was on set recreating this scene where he's talking to her about how she's, she has to have soy milk. She's allergic to dairy. And she said this interaction with him was horrible. Tim Allen, she called him such a bitch on set, which is interesting. But he portrayed adult Sarah. All right, so adult Sarah in this. And she said that as she's throwing stuff at him and screaming because she thinks it's a burglar. And then he walked off set, went to the producer and said, you got to tell her to stop stepping on my lines. And then he came back on set. And then the producer had to come forward, like, hey, you got to stop stepping on his lines. That stuff happens when you're getting the crazier acting. That happens. That should be just conversation that happens. I don't see that being an issue. But she said that he was curt with everybody. And he eventually took his cape off, or I should say his Santa cloak, and he threw it to the ground. He says, Santa out. I'm leaving. So and then he went away, and she said there was a lot of people that were mad at him. But I don't know. People have said shit about Tim Allen for a long time. I just think that, interactions with actors happen bad at times, and then sometimes they're good. You may have caught him on an off day. Who knows? But she's saying it was a bad experience with him. But Tim Allen is very popular, hence why a Home Improvement sequel might be coming forward, or should I say a spinoff from the 1990s sitcom. And he's been talking about it a lot. Actors not getting along, Queen? You're right. Fucking shocking. But he's talking about doing a spinoff of the Home Improvement series. It was huge back in the 90s. All that. Hence why I probably got Santa Claus. But he's been talking to Karen Eliza. He's been talking to the kids. They want to do some kind of spinoff, kind of like Fuller House. But, have the children be grown up. He's a grandparent now. And they're all doing a home re-improvement, he's saying, maybe calling it. Something like that. But they're having fun talking about a home improvement. So if you're a fan of the series, you might be getting a spinoff, just like Fuller House. But you know what? If he's not liked, it's fine if he's not liked. Because someone that is liked, we all love, is Keanu Reeves. And Keanu Reeves got his house broken into. That's right. Someone broke into his house and stole him his guns. Kind of a crazy thing. So there was an incident reported to the police, like at 7 p.m., about a burglar at his house. And so they rushed over there. There's nobody there. They went back a couple hours later, 1 a.m, they got another report about someone breaking into his house. They went back and they couldn't find anybody. But they found that a gun was stolen. Keanu Reeves was not in the house. This is not the first time he's been broken into. GR and I were talking about this before the show. There was a girl one time, just like he was sleeping and she broke into his house and like sat in a chair in his library, just waited for him to wake up. Not creepy at all. And then she saw him and then she called 911 and said that she just wanted to meet up with him. I don't know. Another girl broke into his house, got naked, took a shower, then went swimming in his pool, skinny dipping. And then the help actually called and reported to the police. Well, I should say his maitre d'. I don't know what do you call it? Like his butler. What do you call it? His cleaning staff?
Alfred, I think his name's Alfred.
Alfred called and reported him. Yeah, fucking John Wick. You gotta be careful, Keanu Reeves. Maybe like change your locks in that Hollywood Hills house. I don't know. This guy's really tempting fate. He must have seen the first John. Yeah, he must have seen the first John Wick. He's like, oh, man, I'm just gonna see what happens.
Not have seen it.
Well, I mean, maybe he didn't. He wants to see though. Maybe he wants to see. I don't know. But I wouldn't fuck with John Wick either. I wouldn't break into Keanu Reeves' house. But he did. And that's very disturbing, just like what, George R.R. Martin is saying about the next season of House of the Dragon, because he's saying it's very disturbing, it's very dark. It's very dark. He said, they'll make you cry. And he goes, I didn't cry myself personally, but it could make, cry. One of my friends did cry watching the first 2 episodes. But he's calling it powerful, emotional, gut-wrenching, heart-rendering, just, sort of the thing I like, because apparently he likes Shakespeare. So, but yeah, I love House of the Dragon, the first season. I'm hoping the second season to be great. Apparently, again, I like the darker tones. So let's go that route. Let's get in there. Let's kill some bitches with some dragons and have a great time. I'm all about that. I'm also all about a Twisted Metal season 2 coming, because it is moving forward, talking about twisted and gory. And they made an announcement, and this is huge. Over the week, yes, I think it was yesterday, Anthony Mackie came forward and he was talking about it at the Game Awards. And he said, guys, it's happening. Peacock has picked it up for a second season. We're making Twisted Metal 2. And of course, everyone's coming back. And it really led up. The way that was working, it really makes sense for a second one, because it was leading up to the actual tournament, the actual fighting, and left you as a fan wanting more and wanting the actual Twisted Metal. Everyone's fighting each other in their cars, having a huge battle. And we're going to get it. We're going to get it for season 2 on Peacock. And we might get to see also Coyote versus Acne, because the bidding war is off, everybody. Again, Warner Brothers tried to write this whole project off. $70 million. They want to write the whole thing off, put it in a vault, never see it again. But a lot of people were saying, let's see it. So they started a bidding war. Netflix made a bid. Paramount's made a bid. Amazon is mulling about it. Apparently they want to make a bid. Is that
Samoa Joe.
Oh, Chris. Oh, geez. Well, I mean, it could be. We don't know.
It is Chris Christie.
GR confirms it is Chris Christie. But this is happening. Coyote versus Acne. We're probably get to see it, because again, Netflix and Paramount made a bid. Amazon might make a bid. Apple has also actually watched it. They're probably going to pass. But the problem is Amazon, or I should say Warner Brothers, is being very difficult about it. They want that $70 million plus more money just to sell it off. And a lot of these different networks want to take it to theaters and actually have a theatrical release too in 2024. So we might get this. It might be great. What's Twisted Metal? Twisted Metal is based off the video games Racer X. They're pretty much about like these crazy characters in Los Angeles that are like a post-apocalyptic world that are fighting each other, blow each other, and kill each other. It was on PlayStation, became popular at the very beginning. They've done multiple ones throughout the PlayStation franchise. And like this clown is a big factor too. So it's a very popular video game franchise, and it's done very well on Peacock, so they're getting more, and we're probably gonna get Coyote versus Acne. I hope we do, because honestly, let's see it. Let's see the receipts. A lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. Very exciting today. I'm happy you're all here. And yeah, Twisted Metal, it could be fun. Second season. Coyote versus Acne, we got to bring that out. We got to bring it out. Come on, we spent the money. We got big actors. We got Will Forte. We got John Cena in there. We got Wily Coyote. Let's drink.
Yep.
They got to bring it out.
Well,
And
you guys, right after that, this is what you were talking, so I didn't do it.
drink times 2.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
you guys. It's the first time on Cruise Control. We do drink on Fridays.
I
So
don't want you to think that we're not listening to you, Chad.
Yeah.
We always listen to you.
I'm going to go nuts. But a lot of breaking news, everybody. I'm very excited about it. And this is that time. If it's your first time here again, we give all our guests a minute on the clock to break down all of their, what we like to call on this show. Ready for it? Their hot takes. And now it's time for some hot takes, everybody. Again, I put a minute on the clock, and everybody gets 1 minute to actually go through all the breaking news and give their hot takes for it. So 1 minute for 10 topics. Can they do it, or will they fail and have to drink after the game is done? That's the question out there. So now it's time for hot takes. And this is that time where you get to go around the table and see who is going to go first. Now, I've been having Sabrina do this first, normally choose, but you know what? Today, I think I'm just going to go right to GR because it's GR. I thank you for being here tonight. He popped in here the last minute. GR.
Punish him. That's nice of you.
I'm not asking him. You know what though? Here's better. GR, do you want to go first or do you want to dictate who goes first?
Of course I'll go first. I've never missed yet.
oh, GR coming in hot. You say it. I can do this. All right, GR. What we're going to do then? We're a minute on the clock, and we're going to see if you can get the hot takes, okay? So here we go. Getting it queued up, getting your hot takes ready. I guarantee you got this, GR. I believe in you. I believe in you so much. But here we go. Are you ready for your hot takes?
I'm ready, baby.
Okay. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Only 100 lawsuits? Jesus, that's nothing. After all that crap Deadpool released, that's shocking. I mean, that never happened. Taylor, Person of the Year. Okay, she made a lot of money, but I'm sorry. Back in my day, it was somebody that actually did something important in the world, not have a concert. Costner, he's just a cradle robber. Tim Allen, another follow-up figures. Never do original shit. Home Improvement, another bloody spin-off. Who cares? Keno, get a better alarm system, dude. I mean, for Christ's sakes. House of Dragons, I'm looking forward to the second season. I like the first one. Twisted Metal, I don't give a shit. It was Chris Christie. And if Coyote and Acme, they'll get their money and they'll air it, I hope.
GR got it! GR got it! GR got it!
We're 17 to spare, baby.
I know you guys can hear the music. We can't hear. I'm giving him confetti. I'm giving him the lights. I'm giving him the royal treatment because GR got his hot takes. How's it feel, GR?
For Queen, because I know she likes it.
GR's.
Did you talk about Tim Allen and him being a little bitch on that fucking show, GR?
Uh-oh, did he say that?
I couldn't hear her. Your mic's not good, Sabrina.
What? What? Is it really not working? Can you hear me?
I think
Ryan said he couldn't hear me either before.
I think I'm hearing you through his mic. Then I'm not hearing anybody.
No, I don't hear anybody.
I can hear you, Ron, but I can't hear them.
I can hear you, GR. Somebody's saying you didn't talk about Tim Allen.
I think he did though. I don't know. Did he not? Did he not? I don't know.
I said, Sabrina, he needs a better alarm system.
No, that's
He did say home improvement. They can't hear Sabrina, but they can hear me right now. So in case you're wondering, they can't hear you.
Well, I don't know what to do.
You gotta unplug your microphone. You gotta plug it back in. Is it plugged back in?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see what's going on here. Sorry, buddy. I might have to restart this other program, but all right, because we got to work this thing off Sabrina. As we're doing that, Ron, I guess by default, it's time for your hot takes. I'm sorry, man. It's going to happen. Are you ready for your hot takes?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Hot takes. Oh, I got one more thing. I queued that clock up. Hot takes. All right. In 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
I love being by default. SAG-AFTRA. You know what? So many businesses did the same thing as far as you can't work if you don't get vaccinated. So the fact that this might be a class action is interesting. Is it merit? I don't think so. Ryan Reynolds, whatever you do, Ryan, it's funny. You make it funnier. I love it. Taylor Swift, Person of the Year. Not in agreement because of, her accomplishments are great. She's very talented, but I did hear that she's going to move out of the country if a certain person gets elected in 2024. Tim Allen. I've never heard anything but negative things about that man working. I heard he's a nightmare. Costner dating Jewel. Didn't know she was still around. Good for him. Keanu Reeves. Poor Keanu. Get a security team, like you said, Racer. House of Dragon. Haven't seen it. Very dark. I love that.
Yeah.
Twisted Metal. Renewed. Great. I love things that are renewed. Coyote versus Acme. Bidding war. I love those. I love Warner Brothers. Let's do it.
Yeah, Ron! Ron got it! Ron got it, everybody! Congrats on the hot takes! Give him some lights! Give him special! Woo! Give him it all! I think we can hear Sabrina now, too. Sabrina, try it out.
I don't know. I feel like it's done.
We got you.
Yeah, we got you. A little hard reset right there on some stuff. That's how it goes. Ron, congrats on the hot takes, man.
Thank you.
How do you feel? How do you feel?
How do what?
How do you feel?
I feel great. I tie into my minute every time I'm here.
I believe it, Ron. Kicking some ass. Great hot takes. Great hot takes across the board from everybody here today. It's so great. And now we have the clock and all the audio worked out. Sabrina, I guess it's your turn. You ready for your hot takes?
By default.
By default. I'm sorry about that. By default. I'm sorry. I'm
Saving
being
the best
very.
for last.
Oh, GR, I love you.
All right, Sabrina, are you ready for your hot takes?
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
All right, starting the clock. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Okay, so the SAG lawsuit, like, I get it, and like, of course, like, I understand, but also, like, there were shows themselves, productions that required vaccination. So I don't understand really how that works out, because even if SAG was like, okay, cool, you could work, there were shows that wouldn't let you work anyway. There were very few productions that didn't require you to get vaccinated. Ryan Reynolds, we all know I love him. Obviously, he can do no wrong in my eyes. Taylor Swift, Person of the Year, a little lofty. I think she's done great. She's made a lot of fucking money. You know, all the things, whatever. It just doesn't seem like Times Person of the Year should be Taylor Swift. Tim Allen is a little bitch. So there's that. He's an asshole. I can't believe he walked off set for fucking no reason. Also, Home Improvement, nobody is asking for that, to be clear. Keanu Reeves is my second favorite to Ryan Reynolds, so stop trying to break into his house or John Wick will fuck you up. House of the Dragon, a lot of incest on that show, not into it. Twisted Middle 2, I mean, Twisted Middle 1 was fine, I guess. I don't know, don't really care. Coyote versus Acme, I think would be super fun, and I really hope this will be widely.
Oh, Sabrina got it too. Here we go.
Yes.
The popping circumstance right here, everybody. Some lights.
I get my own fireworks, bitch.
What?
She's doing her own thing. You know, it's
We
okay.
have made it tonight.
I wanted to change it up a little bit because everyone won today.
Everyone won. Sabrina, how you feeling about it?
I don't know. I feel like that was like my most, my least energetic hot takes. I was very upset about the microphone. And I think you went easy on us with the amount of topics. Because I waxed poetic about a few things and still made it.
I mean, I'm trying to make it so we can make. We had a conversation last time that it was way too many on Wednesday. Way too many. And Ryan says
was a bit much. I mean,
I'm just trying. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm 10. I feel like 10. Okay, so at least 11 from now on, right? Maybe 12. I don't know. But
What
I
is
think it was
that?
great. It was great, everybody. I'm
Oh,
happy.
it's a firework.
This is some fucking fireworks. It's
Woo!
great. Thank you, everybody. Again, hot takes.
Oh, did he?
you need a
remember
refill,
he-
Brian.
I
I
need a
remember he
refill.
screamed
Bad.
and yelled at people for not taking
was
the
having a
6
moment.
feet thing seriously. I don't know if I didn't remember him firing people for not getting vaccinated, but that sounds about right.
I mean,
that was
it
a
sounds
huge
like Tom
thing for
Cruise.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
A lot of people, you know, just did other things because they didn't want to get vaccinated because most of the shows required it.
A lot of people did, and honestly, I get it. Like you gotta get a new job. That's what it is. It's like anything.
Zach, I love you.
That's awesome.
Yogi's not here, so we can't make fun of the air conditioner placement. So now it's you.
I'll take Santa over air conditioning.
100%.
Zach, we'll give you that, man. We'll give you that for sure. That was awesome. But yeah, the whole Hollywood thing, I wanted to see what happens with that, how it develops. I'm interested to see. It might all be thrown out and they might become a class action lawsuit. Who knows? But I feel like
if it's 100 lawsuits, it's definitely going to
they
be
had to
class
do
action.
it before we move on. They had to do it because again, they were following along with because I worked on a bunch of shows that were like, we don't really want to do this anymore. But the fact is, under federal guidelines, it's still there, and so we're worried about getting sued. Especially Disney was. They were about getting sued for not doing it, and so they kept doing it. And then once the guidelines dropped, they dropped it themselves immediately. So it wasn't like they were holding on to it for long. So regardless, it's done. We're getting back to normal in the business, and I'm happy we are. And I think that Coyote versus Acne should come out. That's all I'm saying. But before we move on here very quickly, because this happened before we came live, we were doing a lot of weird
a fun
technical
fact.
stuff. But What's
Tom
that?
Cruise, he does his own insurance policy. So if something happens, like he's the one that pays.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
That's why he does all of his own stunts. He's like, I don't trust anyone but myself.
Of course.
But before we move on, Ryan O'Neal passed away, everybody. I'm just putting that out there very quick. Ryan O'Neal passed away from Love Story, Peyton Place. He was 82 years old. Legend here, everybody. And the thing is, it's like one of those things we have to just bring up for a second before we move on. It sucks to lose anybody in this business, and especially someone that's given so much to the industry. So does anyone want to say anything before we move on? Ron, do you have anything to say before we move on?
Just rest in peace. I followed him. He was an illustrious man.
Yeah. It's very sad, right?
Yes.
It's very sad.
But now
GR.
go ahead.
Yeah, now he's what?
I was a fan. I loved his work.
Yeah.
Peace, brother. Just
Peace. R.I.P. You've done a lot, and we appreciate your everything you've given to the industry and your talent, and it will not be forgotten. But it sucks. It sucks. We've been hearing about this more and more every time, and I feel like people are passing away all the time. It just sucks. But there's also, on top of that, a lot of lawsuits hitting Hollywood, and it's just driving me nuts. There's things I didn't want to talk about for a long time, but you know what? I have to address a lot of issues, and so now it's time, everybody, for us to get into it. Come on. All right, the very first thing I want to talk about tonight as discussion piece, and this is just one of those things that as I read more and more about it, I'm like, woof. But 50 Cent is developing a documentary about Sean Combs. Now, this is one of those things, everybody, that, of course, like, why is he doing this? Well, it's about the rape allegations coming forward, because now we have 4 different allegations of rape from Sean P. Diddy Combs. And they just keep stacking up, it seems like. On Wednesday, we talked about the last one. The last one was a 4th allegation from a Jane Doe who was 17, who apparently was at their studio with him and his bad boy president. And they were just hanging out, and they started doing a bunch of drugs, got on a private plane, and then they apparently raped her, both of them together. There's apparently 3 guys together, and then she just came forward because of other allegations. There's another woman that came forward. This was one of his actual girlfriends for a couple of years, Cassandra Ventura, and she came forward saying, well, this was horrible. She's accusing him of rape and beating her over the course of a decade, and also sex trafficking her over the course of an abusive 10-year relationship. And this is, again, and she's saying sex traffic because apparently her allegations are that he was like passing her on to all of her friends and forcing her to have sex with them, and then making her carry his gun in order to have a power move on her. And when she broke up with him, he actually threatened a boyfriend at the time and said, I will blow his car up if you actually date him. And then his car blew up. Interesting. And then another allegation came forward from another woman named Joy Dickerson, who said that when she was in college, he came to a restaurant, they hung out, he gave her some drugs, she blacked out, and then he raped her, and then actually took a video, and then showed it to all of his friends. And then another person, too, came forward, another Jane Doe, said that, okay, she was at a club, and Diddy and one of his friends, and she actually named the friend, Aaron Hall, drugged her, took her to a bathroom, and raped her. And so 50 Cent put this forward. He's like, I'm doing a documentary about this. This came forward, and he's got people involved with this. Now, one person involved with this is a former Bad Boys record rapper, Mark Curry, who vouches for all this drug use. He was saying that one of Diddy's moves back in the day was spiking the champagne. The girls would drink it, and then they would black out. And that was a thing. These are all allegations coming forward. And 50 Cent said it's time to stop this and do a documentary. He wants to actually donate all the proceeds to sexual abuse, people that out there that have dealt with it, and all of these foundations that actually help and give back to people that have dealt with sexual abuse throughout their time. And to me, it's weird because like 50 Cent's a big prominent rapper. He did try to join Bad Boy Records when he first started, and he was denied. Maybe there's that. Now 50 Cent is putting this forward, though. He's pushing it. And Sean Combs actually said, this actually drove me nuts today, guys. I heard this today where Sean Combs actually said that he would unlife him if he releases this documentary. Unlife. And I'm like, that's fucked up. So much so, Kimora Lee Simmons, who was P. Diddy's old wife's best friend, came forward and she said that this is probably true. And after that, her house started on fire because he threatened to put her house on fire, apparently, and then her house started on fire. So, I mean, I don't know if Sean puffy gomes is this kind of person, you have to stay away from anyone coming named Bad Boy. You're right, Goldie. I don't know if this is like a thing with Sean Combs. I don't know, but I see the allegations moving forward, and I see all these women coming forward, and I see what happens when you turn on him. And when he said that 50 Cent, it's pretty crazy, but 50 Cent, his production company is doing this. It's a documentary about the whole allegations, and it's moving forward. GMF Films and Television are producing it, and GR is mixing up the drink. It's a great time for the world. Yeah. But it's a Friday.
Sorry, guys.
Mute your microphone, fucker.
And it's for me, I'm like, when I hear these allegations and all these things stacking up, it's crazy. And P. Diddy came for everybody, and he said, enough is enough. This is not true. The last couple of weeks, I've been sat silently here just watching people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy, but it's not true.
Legacy,
but you hear these people, and 50 Cent's doing this. Sabrina, do you think this is... Do you want me? I'm gonna go to you first for 1 second. I'm gonna say this. I can either go to you first, or you can pawn it off to somebody else. As my co-host, I'm gonna give you that opportunity from now forward. Do you want to speak about this first, or should I go to somebody else?
I'm getting benefits now.
Yes.
Fucking too little, too late, Brian. I'm just kidding. Okay, so yeah, sure, I don't give a fuck. P. Diddy's an asshole. He's a terrible rapper and got famous basically because fucking Biggie allowed him to be in his fucking posse. Least talented of all of them, by the way. And also, like, Chris put this in the chat earlier. I'm not gonna find it again though. Pretty sure he killed Biggie. So that's not great. There was an episode of Empire that came out, by the way, shout out to Nick Farrow. We had this conversation the other day. So he basically, there was an episode of Empire where Terrence Howard's character had like conspired to kill like another rapper, and fucking P. Diddy tweeted, so they're doing My Life now. And like for 24 hours, apparently the world was all abuzz, and then it just disappeared and went away. So I am not at all surprised that he's also a fucking raper and a fucking raging lunatic. And I'm actually upset that I enjoyed his performance in Get Him to the Greek, because that was my favorite part of that shithole movie. So fuck him. I hope he goes to jail for a very long fucking time. And that's it. That's all I have to say.
Are you surprised that that 50 Cent is actually moving forward this, so Sabrina, and actually putting this
No, good for 50 Cent. He's going to donate the fucking money to fucking rape victims or sexual assault victims. Good for him. You do that. I don't want you to die, though, 50 Cent. So just, whatever, watch your back. 50 Cent was in jail. I'm pretty sure he can handle himself. But you know what? Maybe have a couple extra security guards while you're doing this documentary. And hopefully that little twat ends up in fucking jail.
But Sabrina, also a big thing coming forward is that, okay, so if he moves forward this is not like put his life on the line. Should he not say this? What if he comes out innocent, though, Sabrina?
He's not innocent.
Jared, what do you think? Jared, do you think that he's innocent? Do you think that it could...
I doubt he is, but in this country where we come from, you're innocent until proven guilty. And if he isn't proven guilty, 50 cents is going to become 2 cents.
But so you think there could be some legal ramifications for 50 Cent if he does move forward this documentary?
Right. That's called... You cannot do that. That's bigamy. Not bigamy. Shit. That's too many of these. What that is. But I mean, you cannot come out and say something about somebody unless you have proof. Unless you're stupid and do it like this.
Do you think that? Okay, so there's some bad blood with the Bad Boys reputation with him because he wasn't allowed in Bad Boys. Do you think that is an issue that's causing this all to come forward? That he's going after Diddy at all? I
think bottom line, it probably is, but it's two assholes being assholes. Rap is music to me.
But I think though the thing is, like, with this whole world, like, they're all very involved with each other. So I think that things are seen. I know the same thing on set. Like, people talk about shit. Like, the same thing in Hollywood is like Kevin Spacey, for example. People talked about Kevin Spacey for years, but no one would come forward and say anything about what was happening. So it might be one of those things that Diddy was. I mean, these are allegations. I don't know. All I want to do is like talk about it, and just go back and forth about it, because there is a conversation to be had here. I've been trying not to have it, but here we are having it because too much has come forward. Now we have a movie or a documentary we can talk about. So, Ron, you hear about this. Is this a good idea as a producer to make a documentary about allegations moving forward that aren't even like proven in a court of law yet? And do you think that 50 Cent is right doing this?
My theory on this, and Gun Project actually said that.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. I can't find it. There it is.
He's possibly getting this done so that when the proof does come out and they can go forward with the film, you can just release it right away. Just bam, hit it hot. Not 9 months later, as you tend to shoot it. So sit on it for a while, just like what you were talking about earlier, and that they sat on that for a bit and then it came out.
And that's how it goes. That happens in Hollywood all the time. But do you think that
actually a good producer?
But can you believe? Can you believe all these? Can you believe it's like the allegations keep stacking up? Like
this is why this is Me Too 2.0. I mean, it's just like, wow, this stuff that keeps. But yeah, the allegations keep stacking up. I think it's safer for people to come out with things because so many others are doing it, and especially in something that is so like violence driven. With a lot of this, people might feel safer coming out now because of in numbers.
Yeah. And that's what they're all saying too. All the people that are come forward, they're like, I'm coming forward because she came forward. And of course, New York opened it up. So it's not criminal, it's civil, right? So they're able to do a civil case against him. And so that's why these people are coming forward and actually saying something. And it's just like, because they're from the 70s, 80s. I mean, I'm not 70s, I think it was 80s, but maybe it was 90s. There's so many allegations from the past, and it's like, it just blows my mind though. And the fact that they're saying like this one guy that coming forward being like, this was happening all the time. This Mark Curry guy was saying that he watched the drugging happen. Like maybe that's why 50 Cent feels like Ron, like you're right. Maybe he feels like he knows that the veil's going to be released and they're going to see Sean Combs for who he is. And they all seen it for a long time. And so like, let's just like do this now. You're right. Maybe let's do this now. But again, it's a tricky situation. Like GR said, maybe it could be a very bad situation for him later if for some reason he's cleared, but it doesn't look good for him. It doesn't look good at all. Now he settled the case, Ron. He settled the case with his ex-girlfriend. She was suing him for like $30 million and they settled the case outside of court.
Well, the other thing you got to think about, that guy that says he saw it happening, he didn't do anything. Guess what? He's an accessory after the fact.
You're right, GR. You're right. And he might not see it that way, but he's going to be charged that way too. Because again, say something. If you see something, say something, right? But
there's a lot of people
do, but people don't do it too, unfortunately.
Yeah. What do you say, Ron?
A lot of people are talking about the coincidences and stuff that go on with it, but that doesn't necessarily prove anything because there's copycats too that want their own fame from maybe copycatting what somebody said. I'm going to blow up your house. All right, let me go blow that up. And then they'll think it's so-and-so. I won't be called for it. And it's a lot of that goes on. There's just a lot of duplicity.
That's good. That's a good take too. You're right. That could happen as well. There could be people that are just like banking off that news. They see it like, let's go make it happen and make him look bad. Or maybe, that could happen because people don't like him. I mean, the rap game is so difficult. Sometimes there have been a lot of wars in the past. Sabrina was talking about, Biggie Smalls, and about how he was killed, and maybe that's a part of it too. Like we don't know. There's been a lot of controversy. Tupac, Biggie. There's been a lot of stuff in the past where he was involved in that whole inner circle, and maybe this game is a lot more convoluted than we know. And maybe this will shed a light on it, like Harvey Weinstein did for Hollywood. It might be the same thing. But right. I saw this, and it gets so deep. The fact that he said, like, literally that he's like gonna unlive 50 if he doesn't stop this documentary. I'm like, unlive. That sounds like you're gonna murder this guy. So if you're 50 Cent, like, be careful, man. If you think I'm just saying, from cruise control across the world, be careful. I know you've been to jail and you're probably a fucking strong motherfucker and you can kick ass every day, but just be careful because it sounds like anything can happen with this guy.
It's scary.
It's scary.
J-Lo dated Puffy?
Oh.
What?
Well, I mean, I didn't know that either. I didn't know that.
Really? Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, J-Lo.
I have no idea.
J-Lo.
But Diddy, be careful. And also, Alan Ruck, be careful when you drive because I heard this over Halloween, and I didn't talk about it because I thought it wasn't going to be a situation with Alan Ruck actually being the main catalyst for it. But Alan Ruck's being sued, everybody. And you're like, who's Alan Ruck? If you watched, Ferris Bueller. You've seen Ferris Bueller? You know him from Ferris Bueller. You know him from was an HBO show. I'm going blank. I've had a few drinks. Succession. If you know him from Succession, Alan Ruck is in the news now, not for TV, not for acting, but for driving. And this happened in Hollywood. It was on La Brea in Hollywood Boulevard. And this happened on October 31st at 9 p.m., 9:01 p.m., everybody. That Alan Ruck drove through, hit a car.
Can we go through?
Two cars, Hailer cars, and he ran into a pizzeria, right through the whole pizzeria with his truck. And there's a bunch of people that are injured. No one got killed, luckily, but he was the catalyst for it. He drove right through the light. And now he's being sued. He's being sued by Horatio Vela, who's one of the main people that are suing him. He was actually a car in front of him, and he said that Alan Ruck recklessly drove through his right bumper or right back bumper, hit it, smashed it, made him spin into the intersection, hit two more cars, and caused a lot of damage. And then after that, of course, Ruck drove into the pizzeria. But Vela is the main person on this case right now moving forward, and he's claiming negligence and seeking unspecified monetary damages stemming from the crash that happened on that date. And an LAPD spokesperson did not confirm or deny if there was alcohol involved. There was no sobriety check apparently, but they're not really pushing for if there was or not. This is Halloween, so who knows if this happened. Like, people are probably drinking. I mean, it's 9 o'clock on Halloween. Hopefully he wasn't drinking, but I'm going to show you the video in a second because there's a surveillance camera we have of him actually driving through the intersection. It's crazy. It's interesting. It seems like it's going really fast for what it is.
It did really happen, Queen.
It really happened. Ambulance came through. It shut down Hollywood Boulevard. It was a whole thing. And right now, I mean, they're claiming, again, a lot of bodily injury. They're claiming for hospitalization, ambulance fees, health and conditions in the future. I mean, there's a lot of issues coming forward, but Vela's the only person really pushing this lawsuit. The very first person. I feel like there will be more moving forward. And Ruck hasn't commented on the whole thing, but Vela's saying he's sustained injuries, damages, property damages, costs of past and future medical care, pain and suffering, mental anguish, emotional distress, and other consequential damages from this whole endeavor. And for me, when you hear this, it's very difficult because, again, happened on Halloween makes you wonder. Alan Ruck, I love him. He's a great actor, but that doesn't make you a good driver. It doesn't. I'm sorry. It really doesn't. And I'm going to show you right now. Here's the footage. I'll show you right now as we watch it all together of what happened. But so the incident, you can see the intersection of La Brea and Hollywood. You see him driving right through really fast, and then he jams right into the pizzeria. So he's coming really, I mean, it's like, where's your turn? Where are you turning, man? That's all I'm saying. Where are you turning? And right into the pizzeria. So it makes me wonder if he'll be okay. I feel like these allegations are, I think, and there's gonna be more lawsuits building up around. I think there'll be more people moving forward because when you see that footage and you hear about this, it feels like he's in the wrong. But then again, we're just talking about it. Do you think that Alan Ruck will be okay? Because it doesn't it seem a little weird to you, Ron?
Do I think he'll be okay? How in his in Alan Ruck's life or in
his life? You think his career will be okay from this? And you think he'll be going to a lot of court dates because of this?
It's ruckless driving, for one thing.
It is ruckless driving. I love that.
This happens every day. This happens every day with people that are not in front of the public eye, and it just happens, and you just deal with it. I don't think he's above the law. Is he going to be able to weather this? Yeah, he'll weather it. Is it going to cost him some money? Yeah. Is it going to be a bad reputation for a minute? Yeah.
Does it seem like maybe Ron, like maybe there's something else happening? Like, how do you drive through an intersection like that? I mean, maybe there's not. Maybe he's just having a moment. It's weird, right?
You're texting.
You think it was texting?
He could have been texting and had been drinking before. Oh, that's Ruffalo's Pizza. Really? That place is gone. Good to know.
Ruffalo's Pizza. Ruffalo's Pizza in Hollywood. Look at that. Look at how damaged his car was. He ran right through the building, Ron, like right into it.
That is major. My car looked like that after hitting a deer, and that is major.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's why, like, I saw this and I was like, oh. Like before when it first came forward, I didn't want to say anything. I think maybe had like a brief conversation about there was not many facts forward. It just said he was involved with it. TMZ first reported upon it, but nobody else knew exactly what happened. But to me, it seems like he is in the wrong. I don't think he's going to win this case. I really don't think he's going to win this case.
No.
Sabrina, do you think he'll win this case? Or do you think he's going to have to pay some money like Ron's saying after all these, all this footage is coming forward?
I mean, I don't know if he's going to pay or his insurance company's going to pay, but somebody's going to fucking pay. Like, I don't really know how that works. Like, him his insurance rates will probably go through the roof, but like that's what you have insurance for. So I don't think he's personally going to pay, like really. Or I mean, I don't know. I guess you could avoid insurance and say, sorry, I'll pay for it myself. I don't know. I don't really care. He had to be drinking though. Like who fucking just drives into a fucking building? Like that's insane. In the middle of Hollywood. It's not like you're in a rural area and there's like a giant turn or something.
Somebody brought up an interesting point here.
What was the interesting point? That he was getting a blowjob?
No, that it's a Rivian. Now Rivian's a new car company.
Oh, there
It
it
is
is.
Rivian. It's
That's an interesting.
Is that a thing?
Well,
it's Rivian
it could be.
2023
It could
R1T.
be. I mean, what's that?
It's an R1T Rivian 2023 R1T.
I feel like if that was the case, he would have immediately made a statement and said that my fucking gas pedal was stuck and I couldn't. You know what I mean? Like, why is there no?
It's an electric car.
Is there not a gas pedal in an electric car? Like, you do not use a gas fucking pedal? I'm pretty sure you do. Like, I don't know what. Like, if it was really not.
Racer X, that's great.
It was not.
You must have some good pizza there. He might get right there.
It was Halloween. He was drunk and he wanted pizza. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, cool. I want to know about Rivians.
Get it.
Ron, is there like a self-drive system on there at all?
Not that I'm aware of. I know, not like you mean like the Tesla, and I'm not aware of that with the Rivian. I love the Rivian. They're a bit pricey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Anything electric is out of my fucking price range. Let's be clear.
Succession did pretty well for him. I think it did pretty well. But Sabrina, do you think that at the end of the day, I mean, this looks pretty damning, right? Doesn't it look pretty damning?
Absolutely.
It's very damning.
I don't know. All the hush hush shit makes me feel suspect. You know what I mean? Like,
The cops won't say anything about it.
I mean, but it's just weird. Like, you know, when things happen, they're like, oh, fucking, you know, there was alcohol involved, or that's what happened. Or I feel like he, in being a celebrity, could be very easily be like, hey, I'm sorry, fucking, I'm suing Rivian because, or whatever, how the fuck you say that shit. I'm not rich enough to know. Like that fucking, the car took control of itself and the brakes didn't work or whatever the fuck. Like, I just don't, like, the fact that no one has said anything, I feel like is a bad sign. Not great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I
don't think it has anything to do with the fucking car.
We're not gonna get an electric car, as the Queen says.
Goldie has an electric car. It's awesome, right, Goldie?
If you're out there, the Gun Project 5, thank you for joining Cruise Control. GR, we haven't heard from you yet. What do you think about this? Do you know Alan Ruck? Do you know his career, his life? Do you think that
he was hungry? He wanted to get to the pizza place before they closed. That's what it comes down to.
You agree upon that, huh?
Well, I mean, these new electronic cars are, as Sabrina said, who the fuck can afford them? Unless you're.
Thank you.
Hey,
unless you're Alan Ruck.
It is what it is, Sabrina. You know.
But do you think that he'll be in legal trouble quite a bit? I mean, like, you hear this lawsuit. Do you think that more lawsuits will come forward?
Pay somebody a lot of money, and it'll all go away, and next year it'll be somebody else.
Yeah, but do you think that more people will get on board with this lawsuit?
Probably. You know, if they think they can make some money off it, you know they will.
Oh, yeah.
And then you guys, everybody can see we're here on our GR screen right here. You can see the actual car rammed into the pizzeria, which
it was just one of those nights.
It's just one of those nights. That's what Zach said. Just one of those nights. Halloween, everybody. Spooky things happen, and Alan Ruck is in a lot of trouble because of that. So, honestly,
who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I mean, what was that? GR? What's her term?
I said, who gives a fuck about Ruck?
I was waiting for a Dilligaf.
Well, I was trying to be nice, you know.
Drink, GR. Yeah. Drink.
Yes, dear.
Anyways, Alan Ruck, I think that he's in a lot of trouble. As you see the footage, as the information is coming forward, I think that a lawsuit does make sense. Again, these are Santa is slurring. Slow down, Saint Nick. That's what GR. Sorry, GR.
Why?
I love you, Goldie.
Hey, it's the holiday season. It's the holiday season.
I love Goldie. He tells it like it is.
Goldie's great. We love Goldie.
Racer X, are you available? I'm going to need your information. Everybody, take a drink.
Let us know. Take a drink.
We have a request.
But, Alan
Not you, GR.
Has had a great relationship with the fans. The fans love him in a lot of series. He's been great. He's been a household name for a long time. People love him. Somebody else been a big household name at Marvel is Jonathan Majors, and his trial's been going on for a whole week. This whole week. I guess it started last week, but the actual trial started for a whole week. And some new evidence came out, everybody. And this evidence,
not great.
It's not great. If you're a Jonathan Majors fan, it's not great. Again, allegations. Again, allegations. We take it for what it is. We're on trial. We have one more week left. And this week, for 3 days, his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari, has been on the stand, and she's been talking about their relationship. And they asked her, the prosecution defense, like, tell me that whole night. And so this week, we got to see, that's a whole breakdown from the whole week. We had to see her talk about the whole case. So how she was in the car, and they both confirmed that he got a text from this girl, Cleopatra. I think that's making good. It has to be making good. Make a fake name. That's what it is. Says that, and he says to her, "I wish I were kissing you. I wish I were kissing you. The trial of Kang. I wish I were kissing you." She saw it. She went to go grab his phone. People will say, "Well, that's his property. He can't grab it." But you're in a relationship. You see something like that, it happens, you know. So she goes to grab the phone. He says, she says, he grabbed her hands, bruised her fingers, hurt her hands. She had a lot of pain, and then he grabbed it back. She got out of the car. And then he threw her back in the car. There is footage of her in New York from multiple blocks chasing him, which is weird. I'm gonna say it's weird. Chasing him around New York for 5 blocks. That's weird. And
in
then,
a car?
No, they both got out of the car, and then he ran away, and she chased him for 5 blocks, screaming at him. And then they got back in the car, and he threw her in the car. So
totally normal.
It's really a weird. I'm gonna say this relationship's fucked. I'm gonna say it's fucked. 2 years together. I think it's just fucked. I think there's a lot of head games happening, and there's a lot of issues happening. But she's on the stand talking about it. And then she said she went out afterwards because she said that she was so upset about, about him cheating on her. And she said, it was on my mind, so I went out. She said she had a few tequila shots. Those people she did not know, but she couldn't be alone because she was going crazy. And she did rack up his credit card bill at that club.
I would have done the same fucking thing. Fuck you, motherfucker.
And they were saying that the defense was saying, well, then you must have been fine. Maybe you hit your head on some speakers at the club or something like that. That's why you were hurt. And she's like, no, I didn't. I had a few drinks. I went home. I couldn't sleep because I was so upset, and I started to hurt. My hand didn't start hurting. My head didn't start hurting. I took 2 sleeping pills to fall asleep. I woke up, and there were cops standing over me saying I was trying to commit suicide. And she said she didn't
take 2 sleeping pills when you've been drinking.
I'm gonna tell the whole story, Spree. I'm gonna tell the whole story. Let me tell the whole story. So she said, that's what it was, and she freaked out, and they were asking her a bunch of questions, and she couldn't actually say like it was him. And eventually, the cops apparently got it out of her. Now they showed in the courtroom, they showed the footage of her, but no audio of the actual body cam footage, no audio. And she started crying really bad. She couldn't contain herself. She says, "Please don't play this." She's losing her mind. And the defense was really going after, like, if he really did this, then you have to say something about this. Like, why didn't you say that he did it? And then she started crying, like, well, your ex-boyfriend killed himself. So why are you saying you're suicidal, or he's suicidal, when you're suicidal? He's saying you're suicidal. You tried to kill yourself. You took sleeping pills. Why are you trying to kill yourself and saying he's suicidal? She runs out of the courtroom. She's like, literally got off the stand and ran out. They had to track her down, bring her back to the court. She was breaking down, crying, an emotional wreck. They got her back on the stand. And the prosecution, after that, was able to get the judge to actually judge, came forward and said, well, we have to release the documents from the UK. Because you came after her so hard about, like, why did she not say anything? We have to release what happened in September of 2022 in the UK. If you don't know about this, talked about on the show before, there was a case, something happened with a police report and hospitalization. Right? That happened. And so she came forward with this evidence. They pushed it forward. And apparently, we got a lot of text messages from the UK. And these text messages are not good for Jonathan Majors. And she says, as I quote, I fear, here's what he says to her. I fear you have no perspective on what could happen if you go to the hospital. He texted her on September 22nd. And he said, they will ask you questions. And as I don't think you actually are there to protect us, it could lead to an investigation, even if you lie, and they'll suspect something. And then she said, why would I tell them what really happened when it's clear I want to be with you? And she said, I will not go to the doctor if you don't feel safe for me doing so, or don't trust me to. I promise you, I will never mention you because I understand your fear.
So sad.
And he said, last night I considered killing myself versus coming home. I need love too. Or maybe I'm such a monster and a horrible person, I don't deserve it, and I should just kill myself. In this way, my existence is miserable. I want to die. And these were previously sealed because the defense said that it would damn him. It would kill the whole case, and the jurors would say that he's guilty. Now they showed the jurors, they showed them a bunch of stuff. Now Judge Michael Jaffrey came forward and said this was detrimental for the case because they were saying, why would she lie before? Because she said she would lie before in September to keep him safe. So she had to lie again because she didn't want him to go to jail. So they released this. They also gave them pictures from the hospital, the police report from the UK. It all came out to the jury today. All this information is out there before. And again, before this evidence, we were talking about this before the show, this evidence could be, what's the term again, everybody? Exculpatory?
Exculpatory.
Exculpatory. So this evidence before they said exculpatory, and so maybe we don't release this. But again, the judge said, he sealed it before, but now he said it has to come out because you have pushed her so far to defense that she can't actually give you an actual answer because she can't talk about what happened in September. And because she felt like she had to lie again, she lied again, and she tried to protect him. And now we have this moving forward. So Jonathan Majors is in a very tough situation, if you ask me. Again, people will say she's very dramatic, she's crying a lot. Here's what I say. Again, as we're as a group here together. If you're in a relationship that's not good, and you love the person, you'll say whatever. And then, people in relationships do lie all the time to keep a relationship together because they love them. And, abuse is one thing. We really don't know their inner workings of the relationship. To me, it seems like, again, these are all allegations. We'll have to wait. I want to hear from the taxi cab driver. I want to hear from all these different witnesses coming forward. But to me, I think Marvel is going to fire Jonathan Majors. I think this is too sticky. Megan Good, I think, is Cleopatra. And I think this is a bad situation for Marvel and Jonathan Majors. And they're trying to say, again, there was that whole voice message they played the other day too, where he's like, I'm a great man. I need a great woman like Michelle Obama, and you are not that. And I think that it just was a bad relationship. And I think whatever happened, it got bad. And this is not an Amber Heard, Johnny Depp thing, if you ask me. This is 2 years.
Dude, there's a difference between a bad relationship and beating the shit out of your girlfriend and fucking guilting her into not going to the fucking hospital. Like, are you kidding?
Yeah. So Sabrina,
what are you actually saying right now?
Do you think he might be a little fucked right now after this evidence came out?
Yeah. I thought he was fucked a long time ago. He can go fuck himself, actually.
It's still allegations, Sabrina.
Sure, for you it's allegations. For me, it's fucking he fucking did this shit. He did this shit all day. I will fucking go on record saying that, even though this is a small record, I'm still going on record saying it. He definitely beat the shit out of that poor girl for 2 fucking years and fucking had her so snowed. She's a fucking idiot too, obviously. But I don't know. If you don't, and it's hard because people who do that, they're really good at it. Right? So he fucking beats the shit out of her and then he fucking apologizes in such a amazing way and makes her feel so fucking good that she's like, it was just a bruise, it's not a big deal. And then goes back and then it happens again. And then, the highs are so high and the lows are so low that it's just this weird, it's like a fucking constant bell curve. And I feel really bad that she allowed him to do that to her for so long. I also feel really bad that people like this are allowed to exist in society. Mm-hmm. And I also the fact that he could manipulate her to the point where she wouldn't go to the fucking hospital to get treatment for him beating her to protect him is fucking beyond repair. She's going to be fucked up forever and ever and ever. And I feel really bad for that.
But Sabrina, here's a big thing to me. It's he's threatening suicide, and her ex killed himself. Again,
manipulation. 100%. That's exactly what I just said.
And that's
he fucking manipulated her to the point where she was a fucking puppet and did whatever the fuck he wanted. Mm-hmm. And it only took him cheating on her and finding someone else that was better to make this fucking situation fucking come to a head. Or else he'd still be fucking beating her and she'd still be fucking hiding it and not going to the fucking hospital. Mm-hmm. So I'm sorry. You're a fucking piece of shit scumbag and you can kindly go fuck yourself. I'm sorry. I don't appreciate anybody abusing anyone. I don't appreciate fucking people not having compassion for other human beings, especially the person that you're supposed to be in love with. You also did something super weird before. You said people in relationships lie all the time. That's weird.
Who said that?
You.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, you did,
what?
Right.
Did I?
Thank you, GR.
I didn't mean that, everybody. I'm sorry.
That's a terrible thing to say.
I've had a few drinks.
Terrible thing to say. If there's anyone that you should be able to be fucking honest with, it's your fucking partner. You know what I mean? That is fucking awful. Fuck that. I don't understand why, and if she has to lie to other people for her partner, I'm fine with that.
I meant lying for your partner. That's what I meant. People lie for your partner.
I'm just saying, I'm fine with like if I had to protect fucking someone from something or whatever, fine. But like I shouldn't have to protect myself from you, which is what she had to fucking do. So fuck him. He can fuck himself. There's also a whole fucking line of people who are ready to fucking say what a piece of shit he is.
There's a lot of people out there saying he's abusive.
And your weird takeaway was like basically like, well, I think Marvel's gonna fire. Yeah, they fucking are. Yeah, they fucking are. And he fucking deserves it.
Racer X, Jonathan Majors believes in equal rights and equal lefts. Just putting it out there. To me,
very good.
I like
and there's
the
been this
Stan Lee quote earlier from Razor.
Oh yeah. Queen. Was that Queen? I think that was Queen.
But GR, people online have been saying for a long time, like trying to stand up.
She had a
for
good
him.
one about. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but she had a really good one. She said Kang is a time traveler. Of course, he knew Cleopatra. That was also really good.
That's pretty good. But people have been trying to stand up for him, like, and I'm again allegations, but like the prosecution has a bunch of people, and they're saying like at least like 6 different girls from this past saying that he lied about. Oh, they're all going to stand up for me. They're like, I never gave a statement. And the taxi cab driver too. There was a whole thing about the taxi cab driver. They're like, oh, he'll verify. He has video, and he'll verify that all that's wrong. But now there's no video, and he's saying I did not give that report. GR, you hear this? Okay, again, innocent until proven guilty, of course. But
Not for me. That motherfucker's guilty as shit.
Do you think that this was an abusive relationship? Maybe. Probably not a good relationship, GR, right? And it might affect his career in the future. Think that'll happen?
Duh. I mean, I'm definitely a believer in your innocent until proven guilty. But this guy's a dirtbag.
Yeah.
And if she wants some protection, all she has to do is call me. I'll take care of it. I know.
Amen, GR. She hot.
Back in the day, they taught us 98 ways to kill you with this. I don't care how big fucking you are. You can go down, bitch. You don't hit a woman for any fucking reason. Any man that hits a woman is not a man. He's a piece of shit punk.
And a coward.
A coward. You're right. Fucking
Sorry
coward.
if I sound a little bit.
No, you're slurring. I love it. It's
sound
Drunk
great,
Friday.
GR.
Do it, GR. Do it.
Because GR, like, honestly, before this came out today, and before I heard this evidence, there was evidence from the UK, and I was like, again, we have to hold back from releasing it, of course, because of judicial system. We can't just put it out there. But I feel like GR's pan is strong. Yes, it fucking is. Don't fuck with GR. But I think that overall, like it's a fucking tough situation. And I think she was scared. And people are Amber Hearding her right now. And I get Amber Heard, which I get for a long time. Rude. And that shit was like the way it built up. But this is
don't step on a bee.
This is like, I feel like this incident happened, and the girl, I think, really did care for her. I care for him, and I don't think she wanted to turn him in or do anything. I think she just wanted him to be with her forever because she loved him. I think her love is there, though, Ron. I think her love for him still exists, and maybe that's an abusive thing, but I think her love is there for him.
No, it's 100% an abusive thing, Brian.
Yes, yes, but I'm just saying allegations again. I don't want to be too crazy, but
no,
yes.
Dude, there's a series of text messages that were released that prove.
I know
that
he was telling her a lot.
It's not an allegation. This is not an allegation.
And they're saying the same thing. Like his defense is saying, well, this is the justice system going after, like, it's a racial thing. And I'm like, I think it's just that you fucking are at the top of your game.
All right, GR, you're excused.
I need a drink. At the top of your game, and you're worried about your future because you know that your shit just hit the fan. Ron, you hear this. What are your thoughts on this Jonathan Majors court case going forward? It's been going on for a long time. I know we've discussed it briefly in the show, but what do you think after hearing these new allegations moving forward? Do you think Jonathan Majors will be okay?
One thing I'm going to say before that is race or abuse is not protected by any race. Mm-hmm. Abuse is just not. It just abuse. I've got a lot on that. Is he going to be protected? Did you say?
Will he be okay?
Will he be okay was the question.
No, he'll be forgotten. He's not.
Amen.
Majors
I hope so.
Majors is not major enough to survive this. And in 2 years, nobody will even know who he is. He'll be serving you a pizza at that place that got torn down once they rebuilt it.
Oh no, his ego is way too big for that. He's probably gonna fucking kill himself or fucking disappear himself.
I hope not that, because I don't think that's the answer to anything. I hope not that.
I'm not saying he should. I'm just saying
No,
someone with that big of an ego, like who has touched the fucking greatness that he has touched, is not going to be able to live without it.
And
I hope he goes to fucking jail, to be honest.
Does she love him? Absolutely. That's why
100%.
That's why she's making all these excuses. It's classic abusive It's a classic abusive relationship.
Well said, Ron.
The way that she's going, it's classic. I mean, this is textbooks are written on this. She's
100%.
protecting him. She loves him, even though she knows he's killing her. It's horrible. It's in the wing. It's in the realm of narcissism also. And it's like this. It's just this web that's closing in on her, and she can't get out, and she doesn't want to, and she wants to. You know?
Yeah.
You hear all of that in Psych 201.
Yeah, okay, I won't hold back. I've been holding back, but I do think he's fucking guilty. I've been holding back for a long time, but I think he's fucking guilty. And I knew these allegations, Ron. You're right. It's like Stockholm syndrome, kind of. You know, it's like you're fucking stuck with somebody, you love them so much, and all you want to do is when the whole manipulation. I look at manipulation. It's like you're saying you're gonna kill yourself, and you know that it's a trigger word for her. It's a fucking trigger word. Her boyfriend killed himself. That's right. Fucking tough. I can't imagine if I was dating someone, they killed themselves, and the next person I'm with says they're gonna kill themselves if you
manipulation,
something they don't want. Like, and you know what? And this is why.
That's the fucking key. That was his fucking key.
And this is why the defense said this is damning to him. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking damning.
In his head, she can't now do anything to him because now she feels sorry for him. She wants to help him. She has gone through this. She does not want to go through that again. And so what a great excuse. I mean, he's a master manipulator. And to me, that's a very, very ugly man. That is not, no tolerance. No tolerance.
He's a dirt
And by the
bag.
way, I'm sorry. This is probably I'm sorry, GR. This is probably an unpopular opinion. I don't think he's that great of a fucking actor. Like Kang is fucking a very subpar situation for me personally. He has been good in other things, like that Lovecraft show. He was pretty good in. He also there was like the Last Man in San Francisco or something. I can't remember what it's called. But I didn't see it, but I've heard from many, many people that he was spectacular in that. So I can't say that he's not. He went to the Yale School of Acting, but his Kang, especially in the season 2 of fucking Loki, no thank you. No fucking thank you.
Racer X has a toxic relationship.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to think about how hard his team fought to keep this information out.
They fought fucking hard.
About it,
yeah,
I talked about it before the show started, and I don't know if most of the people know. A lot of the reason that stuff didn't come out from England is because as long as there's a trial going on in England regarding a suspect, nothing can be released to the public.
You guys from the UK. Putting that information out there for people.
This dirtbag got away with it because the trial was going on. Now, bitch, you got to pay for it.
Yeah.
What's fucking funny is that it's his team that fucking made it come out because they were pushing her so fucking hard. Like then they were like, well, now we have to fucking get the evidence introduced.
That's
where I come from. That's called SOS.
Yeah.
Where I come from, that's called motherfucking karma, bitch.
That's what drives me nuts.
That too.
It drives me nuts. So I'm like, how? I mean, I get it. It's a legal system. You can't put it all out there. I mean, it's you know, we have checks and balances for a reason. But like when I see
reasons.
When I see this, and I'm like, I guarantee the prosecutor's like, you have to fucking put this out there. And I guarantee the next witness is coming forward only gonna damn him even more. He sat there, he couldn't look at her when she said this. I think she did not want this to happen. And he forced her hand by what he did on March. And if it wasn't for March, it never would have happened. Maybe they would have broke up eventually. But like, honestly, this man is a true villain in my eyes.
My question is, fucking his new wife, Cleopatra / Megan Good, is she?
It's true, Zach.
Is she confused that like now she's like, oh wait, that was real? Like I wonder if she's gonna file for an annulment. I fucking would.
Well, I saw online. I don't know if it's actually true, but he was calling her the Mrs. online. So there's a rumor that they got married secretively before all this trial. They got married so that he would have her by his side to hold her hand and be like, this is my Michelle Obama, apparently. Because that's what he wants. He wants somebody like her. That's what he was saying. Or like,
because he deserves that.
King's wife.
Someone who beats the shit out of women deserves a Michelle Obama. Fuck you, dude. Rotten hell. You're a fucking loser.
Well, That's where we're at right now. I think though, at the end of the day, Jonathan Majors, now this evidence came out, they said it was damning. I think it is damning. I think that his career probably will be done. Honestly,
this variant can fuck itself in jail.
This variant can fuck himself.
Fuck itself in jail.
You know
or hopefully get fucked by everyone else in jail.
Will use him like a bitch.
Thank you. Drop the soap, motherfucker.
No, they'll drop the soap for him.
Whatever. Fuck him.
Anyways,
all the time.
I think that if you do this to somebody, someone you love, you can actually get to this point walk away before you do it, because it might just fuck you in the end because you don't fucking touch a woman.
Fuck you in the ass.
And apparently,
I knew you were going to go there. I knew you were going to do that.
You're welcome.
Don't do it. Don't do that when someone you love. Don't do it. Don't hurt somebody you love like this. Just don't do it. Do something fun, like a Jay and Silent Bob fucking spinoff. Let's do that, because I don't even do our feature story.
Everybody, relax. Grab your fucking cup.
These are my first drinks since
I know, I'm so excited to be
2019.
We're going to drink after this. I just want to break this down, but Jay and Silent Bob is coming back. Let's do some lighter news right now, because that's always fun.
Yes.
Zach, you're right. Very dark episode, but Jay and Silent Bob is coming back. Kevin Smith actually confirmed this in an interview recently with popculture.com, and he said, hey, he's working on writing another Jay and Silent Bob movie for him and Jason Mewes to star in. Now, he's also working on the new Mallrats movie, too, The Twilight of Mallrats, at the same time, and he's hoping to still get that up moving. Been working on that for years, but he's like, right now, as we speak, I'm writing for another Jay and Silent Bob movie. For me and Jay, we always kind of have fun doing those kind of stuff. So I bet with him that we can do another one. So I'm writing another Jay and Silent Bob movie. It's happening. The last one was in 2019 with the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. And I'm always about this too. More Jay and Silent Bob Racer X. I'm all about it. I love them. I think they're funny. They've been doing it forever. They're a hilarious duo. It's like the dynamic duo. Like,
Brian, what's my favorite movie?
Fucking Mallrats.
Yep.
So I'm happy about it. Let's drink to Mallrats.
Woo!
But I think it's great. I think it's a great. Is it just
No, I mean, well, I said one of. Elf is one of my favorite movies. I love Will Ferrell.
Yeah. But this just broke today. And of course, it's a fun story to end our night after all of the crazy allegations and abuse. And, oh my God, it's a dark episode for a Friday. I'm sorry, but the news builds our episode. Happy holidays. Ron, do you love Jay and Silent Bob? Do you want to see them do another one? Have you watched any of them recently? There's stuff they've been doing?
Was Shannon Doherty in Mallrats?
Yes, she was.
She going to be in the new one? They don't watch
I hope so.
They want everybody back. They want everybody back. That's what he was saying.
Then they better hurry.
Is it Mallrats specifically?
No, he said he's working on them both side by side, but they are doing a Mallrats, and that's another question.
They've been saying that for a long fucking time.
I know, but Ron, do you think that this will be like they'll be in Mallrats because he's already working on that, or you think it'll be a separate entity? Because he didn't give much details into them. Will be something different, or will it be like a Mallrats? They'll be in there.
I actually feel that they're going to need to follow with the Mallrats angle of it. So yeah, I think it's something that will be in there like that. And I think there's enough of a cult following. I'm not a follower. I never got them. I don't get English humor either, but so I didn't get this, and it wasn't my thing.
That's great. Yeah, I love them both. Have you ever met Kevin Smith before? I know you've worked on a lot of sets. Have you ever met him before?
I have not. I don't even know who that is. Which one?
Silent Bob. He's also
the one with the shush. The one with the shush. The one with the shush happening. By the way, Brian worked with him, and he was directing an episode of a show that Brian was working on. And I begged him to please give me an autograph. Begged. He worked 2 episodes with this fucker, 10 days.
It wasn't that long.
Couldn't get me a fucking goddamn autograph.
It was 2 days. It was 2 days.
Just in case anyone wanted to know.
I did Goldberg's, yeah.
It was not 2 days.
I did it for Barry.
Did you do anything?
I wasn't there. I was so mad I wasn't there when she directed. Because that would have been awesome. That would have been awesome. Melissa Joan Hart directed. Of course, Ron and I worked with Melissa and Joey. But I really was hoping that I would be there. But
sure was, girl.
I was kind of like the alt, and then I'd pop in and out. I worked a lot of days though.
Nice.
But because I worked for Barry, like, hi, Paul Rudd. That's what he always say to me when he see me. He's fucking funny. I love him. He's great. Troy is an awesome person. But yeah, I mean, and Kevin Smith, I met him on set very briefly. It was like 2 days, and I only got one interaction with him in those 2 days. And he was sitting on the Goldberg's couch, just hanging out.
No, he didn't, Ryan.
Hanging out, and I was like, I go up to him, and I just said hi, and I told him I told my Sabrina, and I also told him about my friend Ben. My friend Ben passed away when I was 27. He was 27 too, And Ben, it's funny because Ben and Sabrina liked a lot of the same things. R.I.P. Benjamin Scott Pannock, but one of my best friends, he actually got me to go into acting and move to Hollywood, and he passed away at 27, and he loved him. So I mean, I talked about Sabrina, I was talking about Ben. I'm sorry, Sabrina, because it's just like I know how much it meant to Ben, and he's been dead for so long. I brought it up
You
to
should
him.
have got him an autograph.
Oh, I'm not gonna ask for. I'm working on it. It's hard to ask for an autograph when you're working. If I've been there for 2 episodes, like you were saying, maybe I could have.
I was trying to make levity of it, Brian. Relax.
Yeah, but he was an awesome person. We had a great conversation, and I love everything he does. And I'm excited for another Jay and Silent Bob, as you are, Sabrina, right? Because you love him so much.
I do.
You want to see a Jay and Silent Bob movie? Think they'll do like a spin-off of them on a different kind of road trip, or do you think it'll be again like a Mallrats type scenario where you say, "Oh, we're doing another one, but we're also going to have him in there too"?
I mean, I'm down for anything that he does. I love him. I think he's amazing. I'm super excited for him to do anything. He actually just very recently bought the old movie theater that he used to go to in his hometown in New Jersey, and has been like running these awesome events where like, he's showing like Chasing Amy and like Joey Lauren Adams.
Oh, that's cool.
He's like
movie.
doing all of these fucking cool things, like because
That's
he
neat.
loves the whole experience of like movie going and making movies, and like he's one of those people who is like eternally grateful, which I think when a lot of people get famous that stops, and it's sad, so he is like a true lover of cinema. He's very true to himself, I believe, and I think that he has done a great job exhibiting that and showing people that they don't have to like fall into form, and that you can still be who you are and do what you want to do, which again, unfortunately, it's kind of rare. So I support him in anything that he does. I think he's an amazing human being. Mallrats. When I was in college, I can't sleep with no sound. Well, certainly, I mean, I'm now an adult, but I couldn't sleep with no sound for a very, very long time. And so
You still don't.
no, that's not true. I fucking shut the goddamn TV off all the time because it's so fucking loud and stupid. Fuck off. Not your turn to talk. It's my turn to talk, right? My turn. So fuck you and thank you for nothing. Also, I'm just kidding. Not also. So when I was in college, I basically, my dad actually sent never mind. I sent me a timer thing because at the time, because I'm so old, like there wasn't like something that you could set a sleep timer on your TV. So like it was like this weird plug that I had to plug into my thing and then plug the TV into it, and I could set the timer for like 30 minutes or 60 minutes or whatever the fuck. So I would every single night without fail go to sleep to either Mallrats or Aladdin. But those are the two things that I would go to sleep to. Polar
That's
opposite.
random.
Polar opposite.
Very random.
Also very weird. Those, as Brian was saying before, those were Ben's two favorite movies, which is insane. But Mallrats, like literally, like there was a point like when I first met Brian, like there was a point for like probably a year and a half where I was like, "What movie?" And it was always Mallrats, and he couldn't figure it out. And then finally, now I say what movie, and he always says Mallrats, and I'm like,
Mallrats.
No, it's not always Mallrats. You can't.
It might be
You
Mallrats.
can't just default Mallrats all the time. I think I just broke something.
You hit something. I don't know what you did back
I
there.
don't really give a fuck.
Happy Friday, everybody.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm super excited, and I would love another Mallrats. A schooner is a sailboat. Stupid head. Fucking one of my favorite lines ever. He's fucking Willem is just staring at that thing for fucking 3 hours, and the kid's like, "Oh, it's a schooner." He's like, "No, stupid head, it's a fucking sailboat." And the kid's like, "A schooner is a sailboat, stupid head." He's like, "Oh yeah, well that guy at the end of the mall, it's not an Easter bunny. It's just a guy in a suit." Greatest fucking scene ever.
I can't wait to see it.
The escalator. You've never seen Mallrats?
No, I can't wait to see the next one.
Oh, I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna abuse you in
I've
like
seen
5
Mallrats
seconds.
500 times probably, but
His daughter is Harley Quinn Smith. That's so
Yes.
fucking dope. Like,
Yeah,
because
she's
he's
great.
a super comic book fan, which is why Stan Lee made a cameo. And I think Ryan asked earlier, did he write it? He did not write it. He just like, it's just all about comics. It's that same world. You know what I mean? So like, that's why he did a cameo. Also, I know whenever I talk, I miss.
I know you're excited about Spring. Let's go to GR fast too.
Miss quote.
GR, do you like Jay and Silent Bob? Do you like Kevin Smith's movies? Are you excited they do another one? Of course, they did their first one. It was in black and white when they were kids, and they did Jay and Silent Bob and Clerks. Do you think they just had the reboot come out? They did Clerks 3. Do you think that Kevin Smith should continue with these characters, or should they let him be in his past?
Ron said it best. Dilligaff.
Ron did not say that.
He did not say Dylan Gaff. He did not. That's you.
Well, he didn't put it in those words, but that's what he meant.
So then I didn't say it.
Just where
Ron didn't say
I'm used
it.
to Pride. I never saw that crap, and I didn't
No,
sound like
GR,
everyone wanted to see it.
GR.
You didn't see this, GR? You didn't see this?
If ever there was a topic that was not for you, it is this.
You didn't see this, GR?
Hey, okay, I'm used to Pride. Okay, live with it.
Bah humbug to you, sir.
Thank you, darling.
They're really great, though. They're great. They're great. They're
Yeah,
fun together.
just
They're a great
for the-
dynamic
For
duo.
the record, I want to apologize for the viewers. These are my first drinks since
Oh,
2019.
that's true. No, GR, you're fine.
That's great.
Brian
though.
has been way drunker than you are right now. Way more drunk. I'm sorry, that was not
Well, I know
proper
that.
English.
I've
Brian-
taken my shirt off on this show
Brian is taking
before.
His shirt off. He literally is taking his shirt
I've
off.
been super drunk. That's happened. That was a 2 hour. That was
That's
a 2 hours. Like,
TMI.
that was a 2 hour show,
And
though.
you probably saw. You, don't
probably
remember?
saw it.
I would have liked to see
I
You
don't.
probably saw
Right,
it.
right.
It's
in the
not that I
archives.
don't. It's I
It's
don't
in the
want
archives. It
to.
was a drunk Friday.
Amen, brother.
It was a drunk
Amen.
Friday. It was a crazy drunk
Yeah,
Friday.
we
Live
get
with
shit
him.
faced on
You
Fridays.
gotta
That's what we
deal
do.
Yep.
GR, you're totally fine. Please do
You-
not
you-
apologize to anybody. You're amazing.
You are really good, GR.
Holla.
Holla.
Peppy agrees.
GR has Jay and
Peppy
Silent Bob shaped.
agrees.
Oh, that's so cute. You have
It's
a
Friday.
Jay and Silent
Let's
Bob.
all take a
soul in
sippy,
your heart.
sippy drink.
Oh,
I'm
Peppy
sorry,
says take a
Peppy.
drink.
I'm sorry, Peppy. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I didn't hear you.
Anyways, Jay and Silent Bob are coming back for one more movie, maybe more. Who knows? Kevin Smith is making this happen, and so excited about it. And hopefully, it's great. Hopefully, they have a good, send off eventually. But keep that going. If it's funny, make more movies. 'Cause we love you, Kevin Smith.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I feel like
You felt my
that would have been
send-off.
really.
It's okay.
If that happened, I would have been so fucking happy.
What's that?
Kevin Smith doing the Superman with Nick Cage, like
I know.
with two of my favorite people on the fucking planet.
he
It would have
talked
been
about it.
amazing.
He talked about it. He talked about
Also, Chris,
it. Giant Metal Spider.
we love GR. Also, Ryan Bauer. Here we go, GR. GR is the best. GR, you're getting all the fanfare right now, bud.
All the love. All the love.
All the fanfare.
All the love,
Nailing it.
GR.
Thanks, guys. I
Hey, GR.
appreciate it.
Also, we love you.
We love you all.
As
Anyways.
the song goes, wasted days and wasted nights.
Okay, stop that.
Anyways, everybody,
I
like I
hate
said,
musicals, GR. I hate musicals.
there's a new Jay and Silent Bob coming movie, and we don't know what's gonna be yet. Very new, very
One more.
fucking bold statement by fucking Kevin Smith, but it's coming. He's writing. He's making it happen. Will it
Can't
be
wait.
one of his franchises? We have no idea. We just know that Jay and Silent Bob are coming
Try
back.
not to
Running
suck
forward.
any dick on your way to the parking lot.
Don't do that.
It's from Clerks, fucker.
Anyways, everybody, thank you so much for being on Cruise
Cute.
Control tonight. Appreciate you as always. Happy fucking Friday. Hope you had a great night. Hope you had a good
All
time.
right.
Had a few drinks with us. Had a good time. Ron is fucking awesome. We love Ron. We love GR. We're so happy. There's a good Harrison reunion right here on Cruise Control tonight. If you haven't seen Harrison, go on YouTube. I'll put a link in the chat. You can see all of us involved with a very fun chat. I shouldn't chat. Very fun short film where you can see Harrison killing some people and stuff. I don't really know, but happy Friday.
Ryan kills me in the
Happy
movie.
Friday. Ronald, Todd, Woodward,
GR,
thank you
you're
so much
not
for being
the
here on
drunkest
Cruise Control.
person here.
Appreciate you every night, Ron. Thank you for being here. Happy
Thank you.
Friday. Hope you have a
Thank
good
you. Thanks,
weekend.
everybody.
Yeah, I love it. I love
Thanks,
having
guys.
it.
It was fun.
Mr. G.R. Waters, the man from the chat himself. Thank you so much for being on Cruise Control. Hope you had a great time tonight. Thank you again. Happy Friday, GR. Thanks for drinking with us.
Thank you.
Oh,
It's an honor to be with you guys on a Friday night.
Oh, an
It was
honor?
nice.
That's
great.
lovely.
my
nice.
lovely co-host, Miss Sabrina Vittori. Thank you for being on Cruise Control. Appreciate you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone in the chat again. Always, you make the show. It's all about you. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
I don't know about Zach winning a topless 60 minutes. I don't know what that is.
No,
But
he was saying that he said, give it another hour, GR, I'll be topless within
Oh,
60 minutes. So it's pretty fucking funny.
No, I'm not that desperate.
Zach is on fire tonight. Well,
Hey,
you have
cool.
enough vodka. You might do anything. Who
he
knows?
might do anything. He might do anything. But happy Friday. Happy Friday, December 8th.
You too.
I can't believe we're so far in the month. Happy holidays. We'll see you back on Monday as always. And our numbers are growing. I think we're at 826, 27 subscribers. We want to reach
Something.
1,000 by the end of the month. That's the goal. That's the ambition for the world we're out there now. We got to keep going because we got to get monetized so we can keep making this content for you. Costs money to make this. So we're trying our best to make it happen. We have great guests. We keep bringing them back. Thank you so much for my guests and my lovely co-host being here. Peppy, Pep Star himself. Thank you. Peppy, he keeps asking for more treats. It's tough to get him fed, Peps. Are you okay, man? Have a good night, man.
Until next time, everybody.
Hi, Queen.
Pep Star is out.
Oh, thanks, Peps.
Well, Peps are
But
signing
until
off.
then, everybody, you gotta spread the word because
Jack.
again, the numbers are moving. We'll get there eventually to 1,000. You gotta tell everybody you know. You gotta tell your friends, your family, your uncles, your aunts, your grandmas, all the people of the world that you know in the world that you have any existence with. You gotta tell them to subscribe to Kruse Control. You're in there for 2 seconds on that sidewalk. You gotta tell them, hey, subscribe to Kruse Control. You just met this random person at Starbucks. You're like, hey, man, thanks for the latte. They bought you a latte for some. I don't know why they buy a latte. Tell them to subscribe to Kruse Control. Tell the baristas and the fucking gas station attendants and all the people in your life from the fucking car dealership that you just bought that car today, from all the people in the grocery store, they bagged your groceries, they fucking automated all shit. Tell them to subscribe to Control. All the chinchillas and the animals and the woodland creatures up there because they love us so much. Subscribe to Kruse Control. Everybody in the whole world, spread that word because we'll get to 1,000 and we'll keep going from there. Have a great weekend. We love you so much. Until next time, everybody, we'll be here again on Monday because we don't stop, can't stop, won't stop. Happy weekend. Thank you, my
Love
guests.
you guys.
Love you so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Until Monday, everybody, have a great weekend. And until then, see ya.